Welcome to Earthy Goddess Mama. This is a daily tarot reading for Sunday, 15th of March 2020. I have the Osho Zen Tarot today, and we'll just see what wants to come through. We have a shift in consciousness. Yes, a huge shift in consciousness. Collective consciousness. We have this, I'm just going to start with these, this might be enough. Huge shift in consciousness. We're realizing that we're all one. At the moment we're affected by something, all of us globally, and it's making us understand that we are all a family. My son said to me, my 5-year-old son just sat and randomly said to me during the week, Mum, you know that we're all connected, we're all a family, just out of the blue. It's before he went to school on Wednesday, and we are. And this collective issue that we're going through at the moment is understanding that we are the world, we are one organism, and when one of us thrives, another of us thrive. When one of us is hurting, we all hurt. When Mother Earth is hurting, we all hurt. There's a huge shift in consciousness here. This is the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. There's a new clarity coming to collective consciousness right now. We are understanding that majority of our lives have been governed by fear. We are understanding that we're getting to a place of understanding our own ability to create what we want for ourselves, regardless of external happenings. We understand how we can help other people thrive, how we can spread fear or we can spread love. What are we focused on? Are our minds clear, or are they clouded by media and fear and panic and thoughts of ill health? Or are we focused on well-being, prevention, strong immune systems? And how are we helping each other with that? You know? How are we helping ourselves with that? How are we helping ourselves today? Are we sitting all day watching the media, getting more and more fearful? Or are we in the garden planting medicinal herbs, which is what I've been doing, sorry about my nails, and informing others of medicinal herbs that can help them through this time? We're realizing that we are the creator of our experience, existence, magician. Do we want to be locked away, isolated, the outsider? Or do we want to be part of the human family? At the moment we've been told to isolate ourselves. And yeah, sometimes it's important to be the hermit. But this is a neglectful kind of energy. This is an energy where we feel neglected, where we feel let down by society, where we feel unsupported, where we feel poverty-stricken. Like, that's not the right word I'm looking for. We feel depleted of love, like lonely. And this is the opposite to this, the 5 and the 10. The 10 is mastering the energy, having everything we need in the physical sense, physical well-being, everything, abundance, beautiful family, friends, light, joy, prosperity. And this is a feeling of lack, a feeling of not enough. We can feel gratitude regardless. We can feel so much gratitude right now. Like, honestly, I was talking about it with a friend the other day. We take our health so for granted. When we're healthy, we're healthy. And when we get a little bit sick, which I did during the week, I did a bit of a cleanse, which I needed to. The full moon brought it up for me. It was my full moon. It always does. Virgo's all about healing and purification. It always shows me where I need to let go of something and purify. And on the other side, I feel like so much better. It's amazing. Just, you think you're healthy and then you've just got so much more to let go of. But what my point is that we take our health so for granted, and during this time we can focus on, we can focus on what's going on in the external, or We can come within and be grateful for our health and do everything we can to create more of that well-being for ourselves and for others. The more we spread well-being, the more we keep ourselves well, and the more we vibrate with love, the more we affect the whole planet with that energy. We are one. We are a collective consciousness. And there is a huge shift in consciousness taking place right now. And we need chaos sometimes for that to happen. And it's not such a bad thing that we have to be at home with our families, like coming within and just sitting with ourselves and really taking stock of what's important and what we do want to create going forward in the future. And we do want we do want to acknowledge that we are all one and that we can be this global family without all the wars and the fighting and the religious differences. We're all at essence the same. We are the world. I'm just being called to read that card. I'm going to read that card before I choose a Druid Animal Oracle card. Oops. We are the world. Humanity is depicted here as a rainbow of beings dancing around the mandala of the earth with their hands joined together in joy and gratitude for the gift of life. This card represents a time of communication, of sharing of riches that each of us bring to the whole. There is no clinging here, no grasping. It is a circle without fear of feelings of inferiority and superiority. When we recognize the common source of our humanity, the common origins of our dreams and longings, our hopes and fears, we are able to see that we are all joined together in this great miracle of existence. When we can combine our tremendous inner wealth to create a treasure of love and wisdom that is available to all, we are linked together in an exquisite pattern of eternal creation. And we are more than this physical life as well. This is the bigger picture of existence and our consciousness, our collective consciousness. How tiny we actually are in the face of the universe. But how important we all are to the whole. When thousands and thousands of people around the earth are celebrating, singing, dancing, ecstatic, drunk with the divine, there is no possibility of any global suicide. With such festivity and such laughter and such sanity and health, with such naturalness and spontaneity, how can there be a war? How can there be sickness? Life has been given to you to create, to rejoice, and to celebrate. When you cry and weep when you are miserable, when you cry and weep when you are miserable, you are alone. When you celebrate, the whole existence participates with you. Only in celebration do we meet the ultimate, the eternal. Only in celebration do we go beyond the circle of life and death. And I feel like this is the shift of consciousness right now on the planet. Where are we focusing? In fear or in love? Let's see what the Druid Animal Oracle wants to tell us today. Animal Kingdom has so much to share with us. Swan. Right. Okay. This is about beauty. This is about grace. This is about soul. This is Ela, this one. Soul, love, beauty. Ela brings a quality of soul, of love, of depth, of grace and beauty. Being associated with the Druid festival time of Sahuman, the swan is also the bird of the threshold. It represents the part of us which can travel into the other world. Drawing this card may indicate that you will receive inspiration from the other world, or that love is entering into your life. It is auspicious to draw this card if you're preparing to write a song or a poem, for the swan skin and feathers were used to make the bard's ceremonial cloak, the tukin. Okay, and I have a feeling I need to read the reverse side of this card as well, because of the energies here, the contrasting energies we have here, and the choice we always have to make. We're choosing love or fear. You may need to come to terms with separation. The old tales of the swan show that in reality, there is no separation from the ones we love, only transformation from one form to another. But to continue our journey in this world, we need to be able to say goodbye to those we are separated from, even though we know that ultimately we may be together again. The separation we are faced with, however, may be internal rather than external, and Ella may be calling us to connect more deeply with our own soul. And right now, to tap into that love we need, that focus we need on love and spirit and all of existence, and our feeling of connectedness with everyone else, we need to get deeper in touch with ourselves, with our souls. And this time of isolation, quarantine, whatever, is a perfect time for that. We don't need to feel alone or lonely. Use it to connect with our own soul, our own source of love, which is at our essence. Anyway, have an amazing Sunday. I love you.